Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about my best performing, longest lasting perfumes that I currently have in my collection, and if that interests you, that just keep on watching. And if you haven't yet subscribed or you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Julia and I love talking about fragrance here on this channel, and I would absolutely love to have you subscribe, so make sure to hit that button and activate the notifications so that YouTube tells you when I've uploaded. Good performing fragrances. Now, I am talking about fragrances that really last super long. Now, this is not just like, oh, it lasts 4 or 5 hours. No, these ones will really last you the whole day. So you will spray it on and you will still smell it in the evening. Maybe the projection won't be as strong anymore, but you will definitely smell them. The first one I want to talk about is a very affordable one. This is definitely worth the price. You just get in crazy bang for your buck for this. This is by Swiss Arabian. So Shaghaf Oud is a very good dupe to Lancôme Oud Bouquet. This has a very beautiful rose, oud, praline type of combination, and the oud in here is very good for beginner oud enthusiasts. So if you just have never tried oud and you want to maybe start somewhere, then maybe this is a good one to try, because the oud in here is very wearable. It's not too strong. It doesn't have that barnyardy animalic direction. It's more just very woodsy and gives it depth. There's rose in here, and then there's this beautiful gourmand note with this praline base, so it has a very sweet note. This fragrance can be worn by men as well. I mean, I always say just wear whatever you want. I wear some very masculine fragrances that are marketed solely to men. The oud definitely gives it a little bit of masculinity. One that's been sadly discontinued, but you can still find this on discounters. I've seen this on Fragrance X, and I've seen this on websites here where I live in Switzerland. This is Calligraphy Rose by Hermes, and this originally launched a few years ago. This is a very oriental scent, and they were trying to capture attention in the Middle Eastern market. Oh, this is just a stunning, spicy, very oriental, deep rich rose. Love it. Very unisex. I think this is a fragrance that men can absolutely wear because it's not super sugary sweet or anything like that. It's very spicy and rich. Just a very deep, intense rose with spices. I think there's saffron in here too. Gorgeous. Love this fragrance. The value for this, being able to buy this now at discounters, like I said, this has been discontinued, so if you want to try it, maybe get it now. I actually really want to try, they have one other one from their range, the saffron, I think it's called Calligraphy Saffron, and I'm thinking of purchasing that one as well, maybe for fall, because this is beautiful. This smells niche to me. If you like those kind of scents, you should try this, because the longevity is amazing, the sillage is amazing, and you just get incredible value for what you pay. So Mugler, or Thierry Mugler, and it is this one. This is Angel Muse. Pretty much, I could list a lot of the Muglers in here. Angel Muse is one that definitely lasts all day. I'm not a huge lover of Angel. I could never really wear the original Angel eau de parfum. It's just not me. But this does have a little bit of Angel obviously in it, because this is a flanker, but it takes it in a totally different direction, and now there's actually flankers of this one. This is a beautiful patchouli, chocolate, hazelnut fragrance. So it is a gourmand, but it is very in your face. It's like, bam, chocolate, here I am. There is a patchouli note in here, but it's just very well done. This is one that definitely gets me a lot of compliments when I wear it. This is beautiful and lasts forever. So basically until you take a shower. And the other one I wanted to mention by Thierry Mugler is this one, Alien Absolue, which I think has been now discontinued. You can probably still find it on some discounters. This is basically Alien on crack. So Alien is another really good performer. If you can't find this, the regular Alien Eau de Parfum by Mugler also lasts a really long time. It's an amber jasmine. This is basically the Alien DNA with that jasmine, that very indolic jasmine, but also has the added note of vanilla. This one is very sweet, rich. I wouldn't call it sugary, but it's definitely sweet and rich and intense and beautiful, heady jasmine, perfect for a night out. This lasts forever. And I think this is probably the sweetest one from the Alien flankers, and it's beautiful. Love this. And this one is one from the men's range, and this is from the Amen range, and this is Pure Havane. Oh yeah, I need to jog my memory there. So Pure Havane, this is a beautiful tobacco and honey fragrance. Also, I think it also has cacao in it, and I think patchouli. I don't have the notes off the top of my head, but it does have quite a lot of sweetness to it, which I think makes it very unisex. So that's why I actually have it also in my collection, because I wear this in the fall. I kind of think it's a little bit similar to Angel Muse. There is some similarity there. I feel like this is the masculine cousin maybe of Angel Muse. Definitely you can smell this, especially if you spray it on your clothes. You can smell this for hours and hours and hours. Okay, so then we have one by Guerlain, and this is Samsara. This is the Eau de Parfum. This is the new version. I really wish I could get my hands on the old one in the red bottle. I've tried to buy it on a few websites, but often the picture doesn't actually correspond to what you get. Like they'll have the old picture and then they'll send you the new one. That actually happened to me. I wanted the old one and I called and I was like, are you really sending the old bottle? They were like, yes, we are. Then they sent me the new one and I actually sent it back and I was like, okay, I want my money back. Samsara is just a beautiful floral oriental that gives me a little bit 90s vibes, but in the best way possible. This doesn't smell dated, I think. This just smells absolutely timelessly classic. One of Guerlain's most beautiful classic scents, because they do have a lot of classics in their collection. I could mention Shalimar in here too, like Shalimar lasts forever, but I personally don't like Shalimar. So this one is more approachable because it's just a little bit more modern than those. They also have like Jiki and Heure Bleue, and those are all super great performers, but I just can't really wear any of those. This one is just a beautiful oriental floral. There's vanilla in here. There's sandalwood in here. They're blended in a way that you can't really just pick out one single note. I feel like in the 80s and 90s, that's really what perfumery was. Versus nowadays, it's like, this is rose, this is chocolate. You know, you can kind of pinpoint what direction they're going. I feel like in the 80s and 90s that wasn't really the case. The perfumes were just super blended. If you like orientals, if you like floral, spicy type of florals, try this. It's a very unique floral and the performance is incredible. It really does last like hours and hours and hours, basically the entire day. This one by Erin. Hibiscus Palm. This is the Eau de Parfum. Beautiful tropical floral summery perfume that is such a good performer. Especially the notes in here are mostly florals. There is hibiscus. I think there's ylang ylang. It's very a tropical floral type of fragrance. I think there might be also coconut in here. Very hot climate type of flowers. This smells like the beach. Performs really well. Performs great in the heat. Lasts super long. This one by Christian Dior. This is from their This is from their Maison Christian Dior range. This is Leather Oud by Christian Dior, and I have it, it's still in the packaging because I just think it's so cute. I actually have the 40 milliliter. This is such an intense, strong fragrance that, you know, 40 milliliters is already will last you quite a long time, because this is not a fragrance like that I reach for a ton. You can see there's not even that much missing. I only will wear this in really the coldest days. This is a super strong leather and oud combination, hence the name Leather Oud. There's also a very quite prominent civet note, which gives it a very animalic accord or flavor to it. I think I was reading on a forum that they had rebalanced it. So I think the notes are still the same, but they have maybe changed, you know, how much of each note goes into it, because I feel like the civet note has been toned down a little bit since when I originally smelled it. And I really wish I bought it when I initially smelled it like years and years ago. I feel like it's a little bit tamer now. This is a great fragrance if you love strong masculine scents. I love this in the winter. When I wear this, I feel like a freaking boss. It is not a crowd-pleasing scent. I would definitely not recommend to wear this at the office. I mean, a lot of these scents are not really office friendly, but for evening, for special occasions, suit and tie if you're a guy. I actually sometimes like to wear this when I'm out by myself, like going on walks in nature, because I can put a lot on and I can smell it and just enjoy it for myself. Lasts forever, basically lasts until you have to wash your clothes. And some people say this is discontinued. This is not discontinued. You can still get this, but it's a little bit harder to get because you have to get it at a Dior boutique. Super long lasting. This is probably one of my best performing fragrances. This is Diptyque Oud Palau. Other Diptyque fragrances to me, I don't know, like the ones I've tried, I just have not really blown me away for the price. Most of them are like lighter and airier type of fragrances, and I just don't really see the point in spending money on a light and airy fragrance. Like that's just me, because if I'm gonna spend that much money on a fragrance, I want it to be like bombastically in the performance. And this is one that definitely performs bombastically. Diptyque Oud Palau, this is an oud rose, super heavy, spicy, oriental. Oh, this is stunning. This is a beautiful fragrance if you like heavy fragrances. This is like an oud rose combo, and there have been so many of those, but this one I think is very original because it has so many other notes that really complement, and also it has this slight like camphor note to it, and also the oud is going into that barnyard direction. It's not super smelly, stinky, like an old donkey sitting in the barn. It's not that intense, but it is definitely has a barnyard note to it. So you have to enjoy that type of oud. Love this in the fall. This is a big sillage projection fragrance, so go easy on the trigger. People will smell this around you. Deep, rich, heavy, stunning, absolutely stunning fragrance. It's spicy, it's mysterious. The oud is just the perfect amount of barnyardy. It's not to the point where it's like offensive to people. Like this one is more going in the animalic side because it has civet, just has the right amount of it, and it's absolutely stunning. I think this is such a great offering. Diptyque, this is probably this is my favorite Diptyque fragrance. Another one is by the house of Serge Lutens. Now, a lot of his fragrances are amazing performers, so I could list a bunch of them. I have a few in my collection. I could probably say they're all really great performers, but the one that in my collection from his line lasts the longest is the Amber Sultan. The color of this fragrance is beautiful. It has this beautiful caramel color to it. So I have the travel version, which I actually really like this because it's easy to take along. There's 30 mils in here, and I think I have 2 or 3 I think it's 2 refills, I'm not quite sure. Spicy, dry, ambery scent that has almost an aromatic vibe to it. I think there's a bay leaf. The amber is rich, intense it has a little bit of sweetness, but it's not super sweet. There's this beautiful spicy dry note to it, exotic almost. This reminds me of a foreign land, walking through like a souk in a Middle Eastern country and smelling spices and smelling, I think, the bay leaf, this rich amber, and it just lasts and lasts. It projects really nicely and it lasts. This is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance to wear in fall and winter. This is my favorite like fall fragrance. I think it's one of the best amber fragrances ever created. I have another amber here. This is by the house of Hermes, Lambre de Merveilles. This is another beautiful amber scent. The one from Sillage is a little bit more masculine leaning. This one is a little bit more feminine leaning. There's a vanilla note in here that's not the star of the show, but you can definitely smell there's a vanilla in here. And the amber, it's a little bit sweeter, performs really beautifully. It's, again, beautiful amber rich. This smells expensive. I also envision this more on a little bit more of a grown-up woman. I mean, grown-up as in not a teen. End 20s to 30s to 40s and upwards. It's not a young scent. I mean, I don't really associate Hermes anyway with really young. It just smells very refined and expensive. It's like a very chic amber, and again, super good performance on that, very long lasting. Now the last one I wanted to mention, now this one does not perform as well as the other ones here, but it is a very good performing citrus. Now fresh scents in general just often do not have the best longevity, and they do not have this monster sillage because I think they're just harder to create and they're harder to, you know, have these really intense scents. The one that I did want to mention, and I just have a tiny little bit left from the purse size, but this is the Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche. The Chanel Chance range, the Eau de Parfum, even the Eau de Toilette lasts really well. And this is a beautiful citrusy, but also very green fragrance. Super unisex. It's very green. It's less citrusy than it is green. This is a very refreshing fragrance that is just perfect for any occasion. Honestly, you could wear this fragrance for anything. Super versatile, and it's fresh. And this is actually probably of all my fresh fragrances, the one that lasts the longest. So while it's not as long lasting as, you know, for example, Diptyque Oud Palau, for a freshie, this is a really good performing fragrance. And I have one more that I actually just have a sample of right now that I purchased. I purchased a 10 ml sample because I'm thinking of buying this full size for the fall. The brand Razazi, and it's La Yukawam Pour Homme. This is a very, very good dupe. Basically, it's a spot-on dupe to Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. I've watched so many reviews, people who have like Tuscan Leather and this one, and they literally say that this one even performs stronger than Tom Ford. I have to say, this is super long-lasting. I have worn it now a couple times since I got it. This is a beautiful leather, like a suede leather type of fragrance. So you have to enjoy leather, but the leather is more like an expensive leather sofa type of vibe rather than a tannery in Morocco. For example, like I went to Morocco in Marrakesh and walked through the souk, and they're selling all these kinds of leather goods there, like leather shoes, leather purses, and etc. And if you smell those leathers, they smell like they're fresh from the tannery. I love the bags there. I personally couldn't buy them because the smell is so overwhelming, and I don't know if that smell ever really goes away. That kind of leather is super strong and very animalic, and this leather is more wearable, I think, because it's more like a super expensive Chesterfield couch type of leather, or like a very expensive suede jacket from a designer brand or something. I think this leather is actually quite wearable. Like when I compare this to something like Leather Oud, much more wearable. I mean, I think you could get away with wearing this during the daytime. This is a very good performer, so you need to only apply a little bit and it lasts you like the entire day. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Do let me know in the comments, what is your best performing perfume? I would love to know. You can post that below so we can share and maybe get some new ideas for upcoming purchases or whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching, and before you leave, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I will see you very soon. Bye.